Hey guys, welcome back to Tisha Tidies Up. Today we are tackling those forgotten areas that tend to slip the back of our mind when cleaning, but with spring just right around the corner and most of us getting that spring cleaning done, hopefully you'll be able to add at least one or two of these areas onto your spring list that you may have forgotten. But before we jump into that, if you guys have yet to subscribe, I would love it if you guys hit that subscribe button and join the family. And if you guys have already hit that subscribe button, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it and I enjoy having you guys around. So let's jump right into it, guys. So the first forgotten area we are tackling today is going to be the jets in my bathtub. As you can see, that nasty stain down there, that is not going away, but what is all of that gunk inside of those jets. So to get those out, we are going to be using some cleaning vinegar, some baking soda, and then I put some bleach to sanitize everything in a spray bottle, and a dishwasher tablet. And then I just got a couple of different brushes that I'm going to be using to scrub the bathtub and in those jets as well. And to start off, you're going to want some really hot water so you can dissolve that dishwasher tablet. And then once that's in, you're going to pour about a liter of cleaning vinegar in the bathtub. And then you're going to want to fill that water all the way up past those jets, and I'm just taking a toothbrush and kind of getting as much gunk as I can before I turn on those jets. And I'm going to let them run for about 15 minutes to really clear everything out. And then once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and stop the jets. And it really didn't get as dirty as I thought. Sometimes I run these jets and they are so disgusting, but I've been trying to keep up on it just because we use the bathtub a little bit more, just not the jets. So I want to kind of keep those jets cleaned. So as I'm draining the water, I'm going to take that spray bottle full of bleach and just spray around my jets, and then take that box of baking soda and sprinkle that around as well, and just scrub around the outside of those jets, making sure they are as clean on the outside as they are on the inside. And then to finish off, I will be running some cold water with a little bit of bleach just to make sure everything is sanitized and smelling good. The next forgotten area is light fixtures. I tend to remember to clean my chandelier above my dining room table, but I always forget these ones in my kitchen hanging down, as well as the one in my bathroom. So what I'm going to do is get some hot water in my sink and just pour a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and definitely stick around to see this miracle liquid work. I'm going to show you guys some side-by-sides of how easy just soaking these light fixtures in for about, I'd say 10 minutes. That grime just wiped off so easy. Okay, I got that one finally clean, and now we're looking at a side-by-side of what it looks like clean and what they look like dirty. So I'm just going to finish cleaning that second one and get these all put up and move on to our next forgotten spot. Next, we have the garbage disposal. I tend to clean this quite often, but what I do forget is to clean that rubber seal. So what I'm doing is I just use some antibacterial spray, and then I got a brush and I generously just scrubbed really good in there, getting all that nasty gunk from underneath that seal. And then once that is completely done, I'm just going to rinse it out. And then I will use one of my garbage disposal packets just to make sure everything is super clean in there. And if you guys haven't used these yet, All you do is just stick that packet in there whole, run a little bit of hot water, and then turn on the disposal. You let it foam up for a little bit and it will eventually dissolve. That is when you know it is completely done, and then you are good to go. And after I did this, I just went ahead and cleaned the sink out since I was already cleaning the disposal. Next, we are dusting those areas we forget about the most, like the top of your refrigerator, as well as the top of the doors throughout your house. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always forgetting about these areas, as you can see as I'm dusting. Let me know in the comments, are these forgotten areas in your house as well, or do you clean these areas quite often? And because I don't have to water this next area, I tend to always forget about dusting my artificial plants, but they just need a quick wipe and you are done with that area. And then moving up high, I'm getting my windowsills dusted, as well as getting the tops of my walls and the corners of my walls, just because those are a forgotten area that tend to get little spider webs if I do not get those areas. So I definitely want to get those cleaned. And then after I get the corners of my walls, I'm going to be moving on to my light switches. I tend to clean all of our light switches that we touch the most, like in our bedroom and our bathroom and laundry room and everything like that, with some antibacterial spray. But there are some light switches that we don't use that often, so I tend not to clean those as much, and they become one of those forgotten areas. So I'm just going to clean mine real quick to get it all shiny, just like the rest of them throughout my house. So if you guys have any light switches that you have forgotten about that you don't use that often, now is the time to get those clean. Moving on to the washer and dryer, this is an area we should all be cleaning every once in a while, just because after so many loads of dirty laundry, there's bound to be a little bit of nasty residue built up in these machines. So right now, as I'm wiping this down, I am running a clean cycle on my washer, and then I'm going to be pulling out my lint tray in this dryer, and then just taking my lint brush and kind of cleaning in there and getting all of that lint that probably wasn't caught by that lint tray and making sure it is all squeaky clean inside of here. And then once I get as much lint as I can from in there, I'm just going to spray the inside of this dryer real quick. And like I said, just getting all of that residue that you probably can't see, but we all know it's there after washing so many loads. So I'm just going to get that all clean and move on to our next forgotten area after this. Finally, the vacuum cleaner, guys. I don't know how often you deep clean your vacuum, but I know I need to do it a lot more than what I do, just because when you are vacuuming, that is the stuff that you're putting in the air as well. So if you want to keep your air as pure as possible, you want to make sure your vacuum is getting deep clean every once in a while. So what I am doing first is just pulling out all of my filters real quick, and you want to make sure that you are cleaning your filters at least once a month. So After I pull out those filters, I am going to take this little bin apart and what I'm going to call a little tunnel inside of this bin. And you do not want to get this wet, it says, but what I'm going to do is just grab a paintbrush and kind of just brush those fine particles inside of this garbage bag, trying to get as much clean as possible in this vacuum. And now that I have that all clean, I'm going to move on to rinsing my filters. And all you do is just run some cold water through your filters until the water runs clear again. And while those are drying overnight, I'm just going to take that dust container off the vacuum and run it with some hot water, getting it as clean as possible and removing all that dust and dirt inside of that. And then once I have this all cleaned and dried out, I'm going to grab those filters again and start rebuilding my vacuum. So just real quick, I'm going to hop into my garage and wipe down the garage button. I know I forget this area a lot, so I just want to wipe it down real quick with a Clorox wipe and then move on to the next area. This area is getting touched so many times a day by multiple different people, and the question is, how often is it getting clean? I know I'm not wiping it down as much as I should be, so I'm just grabbing some Clorox wipes real quick and wiping down the whole surface area. And then once I'm done with the back of the door, I'm going to wipe the front as well because that is getting touched as much as the back of the door is getting touched. And also where I live, there's a lot of dust that ends up blowing on my door. So I'm just giving it a little extra shine as well as sanitizing it. So that concludes my first forgotten area video. If you guys like this content and want to see more of it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and those notification bells. And let me know in the comments what you guys liked or if you guys even learned something in this video down below in the comments. I'd love to hear. And again, thank you guys for stopping by my channel, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.